Ford Motor Company proudly introduces the new 1997 Escort and Tracer. Innovative styling, coupled with advanced engineering, will ensure that the new Escort and Tracer continue to be North America's favorite compact car. At first glance, these advances can be seen in its new aerodynamic body styling, but this is only the beginning. The 1997 Escort Tracer is loaded with advanced automotive systems. This video, along with the accompanying reference book, is designed to familiarize technicians with many of these new systems and the service procedures they may require. The 97 Escort and Tracer introduces the first four-cylinder engine to use split-port induction technology. Designated the SPI 2000, this 2-liter engine delivers 110 horsepower for improved response and performance. The new Escort and Tracer also features an integrated control panel. This panel centralizes the controls of both the audio and climate control systems. Another feature that has been incorporated in the Escort and Tracer is a new style ignition switch. The positions of the switch have been changed. Ignition off is now in the full rearward position. One click forward places the ignition in the accessory position. Another click forward is the run position. And of course, full forward is the start position. Be aware of these new key positions when performing vehicle diagnostics. Available in 1997 is a new 4-wheel anti-lock brake system, which will help drivers maintain vehicle control even in adverse conditions. Driver convenience, security, and peace of mind is enhanced with a new anti-theft system. Available in 2 different versions, this system places vehicle security at the driver's fingertips. Now that we've looked briefly at some of the new features on the 1997 Escort and Tracer, let's explore the technical details that will help you perform vehicle service. The new split-port induction 2000 engine incorporates many new features to maximize engine performance. Among these is a conical air cleaner. This design reduces intake system pressure drop and improves engine efficiency. The amount of air entering the engine is a critical measurement. This measurement is taken by the mass airflow sensor, which is now located inside the air cleaner housing. Intake air temperature information is also critical to PCM operating strategy. This information is provided by the intake air temperature sensor, which is now found on the air inlet tube between the air cleaner and the throttle body. The new intake manifold runner control is another important feature to help the SPI 2000 engine breathe easier. On PCM command, the IMRC actuator opens secondary plates, providing additional airflow to the engine for increased power. The IMRC splits the air charge between the primary and secondary intake ports. The primary intake port provides a constant supply of air to the intake valve, regardless of engine RPM. At idle and low RPM, the secondary plate remains closed, preventing airflow to the intake valve from the secondary port. Operating in this manner at low RPM creates high-velocity airflow, resulting in better combustion mixing, lower emissions, and a smoother idle. When engine speed is increased to 3,200 RPM, the PCM commands the IMRC electric actuator to open the secondary plates. This action provides an additional airflow path to the intake valve. This additional airflow provides the engine with a substantial increase in power. The PCM monitors the position of the secondary plates using a Hall effect switch, which is located in the IMRC actuator. Operation of the system can be checked using the PID function of the NGS. If the PCM detects a malfunction of the IMRC, it will store a DTC in its memory. Another feature of the SPI 2000 engine is its color-coded spark plugs. If these factory-installed plugs are removed when servicing a vehicle, they must be reinstalled in their original cylinders. However, if the spark plugs require replacement, the platinum-tipped service replacement plugs are not color-coded and can be installed in any order. The emission control system of the SPI 2000 engine contains several new features. These include a new air cleaner tube to valve cover hose and check valve, an updated high-flow PCV valve, and a modified oil separator that is more effective in controlling crankcase emissions. The 1997 Escort and Tracer uses the EEC-5 powertrain control module. Whenever vehicle service is performed, the PCM should be checked to ensure that a DTC P1000 is not stored in memory. A stored P1000 requires that an OBD2 drive cycle be performed. Consult the appropriate service publications for the new OBD2 drive cycle procedure. Servicing the SPI 2000 engine is similar to service procedures for other Ford engines. However, there are some differences that should be noted. The SPI 2000 has a new intake manifold to accommodate the IMRC system. It also uses a silicone-free intake manifold gasket. The engine cylinder head uses larger intake and exhaust valves, modified valve springs, and valve spring retainers, and a special graphite steel cylinder head gasket. Enhancing the smooth operation and durability of the SPI 2000 is a new crankshaft. To improve engine NVH, this crankshaft is counterweighted to help balance out engine firing pulsations and reduce bearing wear caused by crankshaft vibrations. The exhaust manifold of the SPI 2000 has also been redesigned to allow exhaust gases to be expelled more efficiently. The exhaust manifold also uses a new style heat shield that attaches to the manifold studs for easier service. Changes have also been made to the engine cooling system. The cooling system uses a new aluminum water outlet connector. This connector houses the engine coolant temperature sensor and the temperature gauge sender. The fuel system on the new Escort Tracer uses a new duckbill design 13-gallon plastic fuel tank. And the fuel filter is now mounted to the rear bulkhead of the engine compartment. Now that we've seen the new features on the SPI 2000 engine, let's see what's new in the Escort Tracer electrical system. One of the new innovations found in the electrical system is the Constant Control Relay Module. This module provides the PCM with the ability to control various relays to output devices. Located under the air cleaner, the CCRM centralizes 5 different relays. These include the EEC-5 power relay, fuel pump relay, high fan relay, low fan relay, and the air conditioning relay. Malfunctions in the CCRM will set diagnostic trouble codes that can be retrieved using the NGS or SPDS. There are 2 different instrument clusters that may be found on the new Escort Tracer: the standard cluster and the optional sport cluster with tachometer. A new electric speedometer replaces the cable-driven unit of the past, and there are 4 new warning indicator lamps in the instrument panel. These lamps include the Service Engine Soon lamp, the airbag warning lamp, which uses a new icon, the low fuel indicator lamp in the optional instrument cluster, and the theft warning lamp. The new Escort Tracer also uses an integrated control panel, similar to the one found on the Taurus Sable. The ICP contains the climate control and audio system switches. The standard audio system includes an AM/FM stereo with both front and rear speakers. Optional audio packages include the AM/FM stereo with cassette and the premium sound of an AM/FM stereo with cassette, external power amplifier, and 6-disc CD changer. None of these audio systems can be removed from the integrated control panel. Therefore, the ICP and audio system is serviced as a unit. However, the integrated control panel also houses the climate control switches. If any of these switches require service, they can be replaced individually. The remote anti-theft personality system may be found on the new Escort Tracer. This system includes a remote entry transmitter, a receiver that is integrated into the RAP module, a theft warning LED in the instrument cluster, and both a hood and trunk lid tamper switch. The RAP system is available in 2 configurations. The single-door remote system will unlock and lock the driver's door, release the trunk lid on the sedan, or unlock the hatchback on the station wagon. And it also provides remote illuminated entry and a panic alarm. The other wrap configuration is the full four-door remote and anti-theft system. As with the single-door system, this configuration includes the remote trunk release, illuminated entry, and the panic alarm. However, it also includes locking and unlocking all four doors, arming and disarming the anti-theft alarm system, and deactivating a triggered perimeter alarm. Be aware that the remote transmitter will operate the wrap system unless the ignition is in the accessory or on position. For example, if the vehicle is left running and the doors are locked, the door key will be required to enter the vehicle. Programming additional remote transmitters is a quick and simple procedure. Start by simply turning the key from the off to the accessory position 5 times within a 10-second period. Leave the key in the accessory position. The power door locks will perform a lock and unlock cycle to indicate the program mode is activated. Then press any button on each of the transmitters to be programmed. The locks will again go through a lock and unlock cycle to acknowledge the transmitter's signal. Turn the ignition off, and the power door locks will go through another lock and unlock cycle, indicating that the transmitters have been programmed. During pre-delivery or whenever programming transmitters for a single-door system, always attach the single-door sticker and key tag to the transmitter and its key ring. The wrap module has self-diagnostic capability. In the event a malfunction occurs in the four-door and remote anti-theft system, the NGS can be used to retrieve any DTCs stored in the module's memory. Another innovation incorporated into the new Escort and Tracer is the electronic speed control system. This system consists of the speed control activator switches, the speed control deactivate switch, the speed control servo and speed control cable, and the vehicle speed sensor. Another system that has been updated on the 1997 Escort and Tracer is the brakes. While the base brake system is similar to that used on the 1996 model, there have been some changes to improve operation and performance. On non-ABS equipped vehicles, the rear brake drums have been upgraded to 9-inch diameter units. Another change in the brake system is the addition of a new vacuum booster check valve. This valve uses 2 sources of vacuum, one at the vacuum manifold and the other at the air inlet hose. Use of the new brake booster check valve provides a stabilized vacuum source to the various vacuum-operated accessories when the engine is in a low vacuum condition. Another feature of the 1997 Escort and Tracer is the new anti-lock brake system. Similar to the ABS used on the Windstar, this system provides anti-lock brake control to all 4 wheels. The ABS components include a hydraulic anti-lock actuator, which combines both the pump and motor and the valve body assembly, a brake pressure differential valve to replace the dual proportioning valve. The design of this valve allows removal of the individual valves for service. The ABS control module, which is mounted separately from the hydraulic anti-lock actuator to help simplify service, and a wheel speed sensor at each wheel. During vehicle operation, the ABS control module receives wheel speed information from the wheel speed sensors. If it determines that a wheel is in danger of lockup, it will use pulse width modulated signals to control the isolation and dump valve solenoids in the hydraulic anti-lock actuator. This modulates hydraulic pressure to the brake pads, preventing wheel lockup. The ABS control module has self-diagnostic capability. The module monitors the system, and if a fault is detected, it will set a DTC. Anti-lock brake system DTCs can be retrieved or cleared using the NGS. The next items that we shall cover are the transaxles available on the 1997 Escort and Tracer. Changes have been made to both the automatic and manual transaxles to improve vehicle performance and operation. The new G5M is a fully synchronized 5-speed manual transaxle. One of the newest innovations found on the G5M is the synchronized reverse gear. This is accomplished with the addition of a reverse blocking ring and reverse blocking ring retainer to quickly stop input shaft rotation before the reverse gears engage. Let's examine how this is done. When shifting into reverse, rotation of the input shaft must be stopped. This is accomplished by disengaging the clutch, which effectively disconnects the engine from the input shaft. Once input shaft rotation has stopped, the reverse idler gear can smoothly engage between the reverse pinion and speed gears. In the past, if the rotation of the input shaft had not completely stopped after clutch disengagement, gear clash would occur as the teeth of the idler gear tried to mesh with the teeth of the reverse pinion gear. However, when the driver engages the new G5M transaxle into reverse, the fifth gear synchronizer hub is pressed against the reverse blocking ring, which in turn presses against the reverse blocking ring retainer. As the retainer and blocking ring come into contact, input shaft rotation is quickly stopped, allowing the smooth meshing of the reverse idler and reverse pinion gears. The G5M transaxle also features a revised final drive gear ratio of 3.85 to 1. This increase from the 3.619 to 1 ratio of the F5M increases final drive torque multiplication to improve vehicle performance. Transaxle improvements have also been made to the Type F 4EAT automatic transaxle, which is now designated the IF4E. One improvement is the elimination of the 3-2 timing valve. The IF4E now uses the 2-3 timing valve to coordinate apply component operation during a forced 3-2 downshift. Another new feature of the IF4E is an increase to 4 friction and steel clutches in the 3-4 clutch pack. This addition will provide durability while handling the additional torque of the SPI 2000 engine. The IF4E also has a revised final drive gear ratio of 3.74 to 1. Another area that has significant improvements from previous Escort Tracer models is the steering and suspension system. The addition of 14-inch wheels as standard equipment on 1997 Escort Tracer models provides sure-footed traction. And handling characteristics have been improved by changing suspension spring load and rates. In addition, spring dampeners have been added to the rear suspension of the new Escort Tracer. These spring dampeners reduce suspension jounce for a smoother ride. To aid in maintaining critical alignment angles, another important new chassis feature is the addition of a rear wheel toe adjustment cam. This system allows the toe on each rear wheel to be adjusted by loosening the cam bolt and then rotating the cam lever until toe angle is within specifications. New to the 1997 Escort and Tracer is an energy-absorbing seatbelt for the front passenger. This belt design helps reduce the forces that may be imposed on the front passenger in a collision. This is accomplished by folding a small section of the belt over upon itself and then sewing the folded section together with tearaway stitches. In a collision, momentum causes the occupant to move forward against the seatbelt. Depending on the severity of the collision, this movement may cause the stitches to partially or completely separate. This allows the seatbelt to gradually extend slightly, helping to reduce the force imposed on the occupant's body at the seatbelt contact points. If the stitches are partially or completely separated during a collision, all or a portion of an orange warning label will become visible near the buckle. The front passenger belt buckle should always be checked, and if any orange is visible, the belt and buckle assembly should be replaced. To complete our review of the new features found on the 1997 Escort and Tracer, let's look at the headlamp system. The redesigned Escort and Tracer headlamps include a built-in headlamp aiming gauge. This gauge is located on the top of each headlamp and can be used to check the vertical and horizontal aim of the headlamp beam. If headlamp adjustment is required, the aiming gauge can also be used to aim the headlamp beam. This is done by adjusting the headlamp until both level indicators visible in the sight glass are aligned correctly on the gauge's scale. For details, see vehicle service information. This completes our review of the new features that you will see on the 1997 Ford Escort and Mercury Tracer. Ford strives to maintain its lead in the compact car market using breakthrough designs and innovative engineering. But remember, to maintain Ford's leadership position in this market requires that you, the technician, be committed to providing the highest standard of customer service and satisfaction. Your professional attitude is the primary ingredient needed to fix it right the first time, on time.